A chemical bond is the force that holds atoms together. The force that holds atoms together. Is most of the world bonded or not bonded?
Bonded.
Naughty. Naughty. What?
Not bonded.
Really? So you have a whole bunch of atoms in you that are not stuck to each other.
Oh. Yeah, I thought you meant like just all.
I'm just asking, is most of our world here bonded or not bonded? Sydney?
Bonded.
Bonded. How do you know, Sydney?
Because the stuff stays together.
Because the stuff is stuck together. You do not look like millions and millions of little pieces that are not attached to each other. Look at yourself, look at your table, look at the floor, look at the cabinets. It's all of these atoms that are stuck to each other, and that means they're bonded. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay? All right. There are 3 kinds of bonds. We're going to learn about all 3 kinds today. And the first kind is called ionic bonding. Okay, we've heard that word somewhere along the way. What do you think ionic bonding has something to do with? Lester?
Maybe something complex?
No?
I don't know.
Kyle?
Something about their electrons being attached.
Well, that's all kinds of bonding have to do with electrons. So you're on the right track, but no. Think of the word ionic.
Oh.
Ionic bonding. What might ionic bonding have to do with? Alex? Ions! Oh, wow. Ooh. Okay, so we're going to do some demonstrations, and in all of these demonstrations, this is not a chopstick. This is a valence electron. Okay, you ready? What is this?
Valence electron.
Okay, so to start with, I'm going to need 2 volunteers, Aaron and Matthew. We're going to lose lots of volunteers before we're done, so. Aaron, I saw your hand first. Do you want to be lithium or fluorine? Okay, put your sign up, turn around so the camera can see you and the cloud can see you. So that makes you fluorine.
Alex, your voice will be getting way better. He's wondering where his philosophy is.
It's like sound with Matthew. Matthew, it's upside down.
Oh,
He knows that.
There you are. Flaw.
I would want to go
they don't have periodic tables up here. So I need you to look on your periodic table, and you're going to tell them, we're over here at lithium, how many valence electrons does lithium have? And we have all kinds of hands up. So Henry, we're going with you.
1.
1 is correct. It's an alkali. It has 1. There you go. Now, what is the nearest noble gas? This is your question because you do have a periodic table. What is the nearest noble gas to lithium?
Helium.
Helium. And so you're going to go from 3 electrons to 2. How will you do that? You're going from 3 electrons to 2 electrons. You want to lose an electron. Hold that thought. All right, somebody with 1 of the periodic tables we have over there. How many valence electrons does Matthew get? John Schmidt.
7.
7. You need to hold them out like a fan. So like 4 over there and maybe 3 over here so we can see that you have 7 valence electrons. Matthew, what is the nearest noble gas to fluorine?
neon.
And what do you have to do to get the electrons that neon has?
Gain one.
Gain 1. Can y'all figure this out?
You bond.
Well, how are you going to lose 1 and have him gain 1? Can you figure it out?
You give it to him.
Okay.
Wrong hand.
So how many? You lost those. Does that mean you have 0 electrons?
No.
No, because you had some on the inside. You just lost the outside
You gotta
ones.
hug each
All right, you lost an electron. What's your charge?
Neutral.
No, you were neutral,
Oh, wait,
but you
no,
lost
positive.
an electron.
Positive.
Don't cover your sign. Hold it lower than your sign. There you go. Okay, Matthew, you gained an electron. What's your charge?
Negative.
This is the fun part. You might want to try and see if you can hold all 8 in one hand and fan them out. Can you do that? Hold all 8 electrons in one hand. You can do it. You can do it. And here's your. And it's not a 1. It's a negative sign. Okay. All right. So now what?
Now they're together.
Why they like each other? What does it mean they like each other?
Because one's positive and one's negative.
So what happens?
They attract.
They attract. I need to see you guys, the positive and the negative attract
Hug each other.
Okay? Alright?
Get closer.
Now listen carefully. Listen carefully. The bond is the attraction for the positive and negative ions to each other. Right? It's ionic bonding, and the bond is the attraction of the positive ion. What do we have? What's the name for a positive ion? Cation. For the negative? Anion. Okay, this is the bond. It's what holds these two atoms together. The mechanism, how it works, okay? The mechanism for this bond is electron transfer. Because what do? We transferred an electron from lithium to fluorine, so that lithium would look like what element?
Helium.
And fluorine would look like what element?
Neon.
Is this called fluorine now?
No.
What's it called?
Fluoride.
Yep, so I'm going to take this off because you don't have any more hands.
Wait, what's the mechanism?
And we're going to give you this side. Go. You are fluoride. Okay? And this is a compound. Anybody want to guess what the name of the compound is? Raise your hand. What's the name of this compound? John?
Lithium fluoride.
That would be correct. All right? And this compound has a formula. I'm going to write it over here. Because if I write it here, can you see that there? Y'all scoot over a little bit so she can get out here. The formula would be LiF. Right? Lithium fluoride is its name. It's LiF. There's 1 atom of lithium and 1 atom of fluorine. Right? Everybody okay with that? All right, guys, y'all are done. Give them a hand. All right, now I need 2 more volunteers. I'll take Sydney and somebody from over there, Kyle. Sydney, do you want to be lithium or oxygen? Oxygen it is, okay? So you get to be lithium. Yep, put on your sign. Just put it so they can read the sign. Turn around and try to face the camera. Face the camera, we're video today. Okay. Shh. Hello. My turn. All right, you guys with the periodic tables over there, how many valence electrons does oxygen have? Everybody just tell me. 6. So you know what to do, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many valence electrons does lithium have? 1. Because lithium is trying to look like which noble gas? Helium. And oxygen is looking like which noble gas? Neon. Neon. Okay, so how many electrons do you want over there, Sydney?
How many does neon have again?
How many valence electrons does neon have? She doesn't have a periodic table in front of her. 8. You want 2. What do you want to do? Do you remember what we did with lithium a while ago?
Give 1 away.
Give 1 away. So can y'all do that?
Yes.
Go ahead. Okay, now, is lithium looking like helium?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is oxygen looking like neon? No. So what do we need?
Another
Another lithium. I heard it first from you, Tristan, so come on up. Here's Tristan. You have lithium. How many valence electrons does... try this again. How many valence electrons does he get? 1. You can give it away. Now, does Tristan's lithium look like helium?
Yes.
Now, does Cindy's oxygen look like
Neon.
neon?
Yes.
What is, no, let them tell me. What is your charge right now?
Mine is positive.
Hold on, you got phantom. What's your charge?
Mine is positive.
And what would two positive things do?
Repel.
Repel.
I got it now.
There you go. And are you negative?
You're dumb.
What?
How many electrons did you gain? 2. So what's your,
double? Oh, you're right.
okay. And now all those positive negatives can, okay. And we have what kind of a bond? Because we're made of ions. And the bond itself is this attraction between the positive and negative charges, yes?
Yes.
And what is the mechanism for the bond?
Electron transfer.
Electron transfer. You got all that? Yes. What's the name of this compound?
Lithium oxide.
Lithium oxide. It is. No, the name is just lithium oxide. When we name it, we're only going to name the ions. Okay, but y'all scoot that way a little bit. Keep my compound together. But Tristan is right. There is a 2 here. So the formula is going to be Li and a subscript 2. And then the O. Okay? Because it takes 2 lithiums to balance all that out and make sure all the electrons work. Okay?
Why does
So-
lithium go first before oxygen?
Okay, the rule is the metal the rule is the cation first.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So, when we wrote LIF, what was the understood number that we don't write just like we don't write into math? 1. Okay, everybody got that? Okay, guys, thanks. If I could have the plates over here, lithium over here, oxygen on top of another oxygen, please. Okay, now I need 2 more volunteers. I'll take Lester and Sam. Lester, do you want to be magnesium or oxygen?
Oxygen.
How many valence electrons do you remember?
Why would it still be called lithium fluoride if it's oxygen?
It's not.
Oh, it's lithium oxide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Zan, your magnesium, help him out. He doesn't have a periodic table. 2. How many valence electrons does he have? 2. Okay, Zan, which noble gas do you want to look like? There's a periodic table behind you.
Who am I?
You're number 12.
Yeah, I want to look like neon.
You want to look like neon, and what would you need to do to look like neon?
I would need to lose these.
Okay. And what noble gas do you want to look like, Lester?
I want to look like neon.
And what would you need to do?
Gain 2.
Can y'all work that out?
Have mine.
Okay, so Zan, are you neutral now?
No.
What are you?
Positive. Double positive.
+2, 2 plus, there you go. And Lester, what about you?
Double negative.
That's a positive. You have to say 2.
And is your name still Oxygen?
Yes, I believe so.
No.
What's his name?
Oxide.
Mustard.
So that means
Especially the smart ones. Come on, Lester, you're slacking
See
off.
where president is leaving us? Mom's president.
Is your name still Lithium?
Magnesium.
magnesium.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's right. No, it's not lithium. Is your name Magnesium? I think so. Yeah, because cations don't change their name, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now what? And the mechanism is
Electron transfer.
electron transfer, and the name is magnesium oxide, and what would the formula be? I am not seeing 2 magnesiums here. Are you seeing 2? So what's the formula going to be? MgO. Okay, so guys, I'm going to Alright, and what are we not seeing? It's understood. What are we not seeing? The bonds, because we need 1 of each. Okay. I need 2 more volunteers. I'll take Michael and Jake. Michael, do you want to be magnesium or fluorine? Fluorine. Fluorine it is.
Isn't magnesium like higher?
All right, do you remember or do we need help? How many valence electrons do you want?
2.
2 it is. How many valence electrons do you want? Help them out, guys. 7. Okay.
Do we need another?
Okay, so magnesium, Jake. What do you want to do?
Be neon.
And so how would you look like neon?
At least have to.
Lose 2 electrons. And Michael, fluorine, what do you want to do?
Look like
And how would you do that?
gain 1.
Gain 1. Can we work that out?
We need another fluorine.
Okay, so do you have what you need?
Yes.
Hold them out so she can get them. Okay, and is your name Fluorine? No, what's your name? Fluoride it is. And what's your charge?
No, it's a conspiracy. That's what everyone thinks. Just
Negative it is. There's 40 some odd of you. Stop. Okay, that works. All right. What happened?
I need to lose it.
You still need to lose that. So
Need another fluorine.
I need another fluorine.
another fluorine? Got it. How many electrons do you start with? 7. 7.
Here you go, buddy.
So, are you still fluorine?
No.
What are you?
Fluoride.
What's your charge?
Negative. Double. 2 negative.
Really? How many electrons did you get?
Oh, 1 negative. Okay, just regular negative. Okay.
1 minus.
Jake, magnesium, tell me about it.
Positive now.
2 plus.
How much?
2.
2. Okay. And so we have these cations and anions. What happens?
They touch each other.
Okay, no, it's all okay, well, no, that'll work too. That'll work. Okay. And, okay, so what kind of bond is this?
Ionic
Because we've got
bond.
cations and anions. Stick it over there. What kind of bond is this?
Ionic bond.
Okay. What is the name of this compound?
Magnesium
Not its formula, its name.
magnesium.
Fluoride. And what's its formula? Are there 2 magnesiums up here? So it's not Mg subscript 2. I don't see 2 magnesiums up here. Okay, lots of talking. Raise your hand. What's the formula? Sarah. There you are. Okay, guys, come on, bring this back. Set put the magnesium here. Put the magnesium here. Magnesium goes there. Put the fluorines on top.
I had good action. Why are you born?
Alright, now I need 2 more volunteers. Who hasn't had a chance? We'll go with Annika and Josh. Anya, sorry. Annika was last period. Okay, you're both going to be hydrogen this time. Okay, now, you know, this periodic table will help you out because how many electrons do you have? Okay, and what element do you both want to look like? Helium, which has how many electrons? 2, so figure it out.
They're gonna combine. Share.
So what do you, okay. Well, wait a minute. Now, he has 2, but do you have 2?
Why don't they just stick together?
Well, what are y'all doing now?
Sharing.
Well, that doesn't look like sharing to me.
Your hand, oh my.
Oh, sharing is caring.
There you go. And guys, do me a favor though, hold them so that the camera can see that there's 2, okay? All right, so how many electrons are you experiencing? 2. How many electrons are you experiencing? 2. That means you have the electrons of, and you have the electrons of helium, and they did it by sharing.
Is that what this is called?
Okay, the name is, I gotta find it right here.
Find a flower.
Don't hate, appreciate.
The name is covalent. So let me help you out with that. What kind of electrons do bonding? What kind of electrons do bonding? Valence electrons do bonding. Okay. And when I have something like co-presidents of the PTA, what does that mean?
They're sharing.
It means that there's 2 of them.
And they do what to the presidency?
They share the role.
They share the role. That's what co means, right? They share the role. Are any of y'all in classes with a co-teacher? No. All right. What does it mean to cooperate? Work together. See what co does, right? So for covalent, what are we doing?
Bonding.
Sharing together.
Right. Now, I want you to remember that this is a proton, right? This is a proton. That's an electron. That's an electron. And this is a proton. Yes? Are you with me?
Yes.
So what is the bond this time? It's not, we don't have ions being attracted to each other. What do we have being attracted to what?
Element.
I'll give you another hint. This is a proton. This is an electron. This is an electron. And this is a proton. What's happening? Tristan.
The person's proton is being attracted to the other person's electron.
Well, what kind of electrons are these?
Negative.
What? Okay, and what's happening to these valence electrons? They're being shared. Okay, so this proton is attracted to what, Tristan?
To his electron.
No.
His valence electron.
No. You're all the way around it. Aaron? No. These 2 nucleuses would tend to repel. Hold on. How come they're not going any further?
The electrons are bonding now.
Okay. Don't strain yourself. Okay. So these 2 electrons would tend to go to the opposite sides of the room, but they couldn't because they were stuck to the
Electron.
Valence electron.
what kind of
Bonds.
what are we doing?
Covalent.
What are we doing here? Sharing. Okay, so let's see if we can get it all. Help them out, okay? Because you're here. What is this? You're going to tell them. What is this proton doing?
Sharing.
No. Okay, yes. Are you attracted to that proton?
No.
What are you attracted to? Tell me about the valence electrons, which you just said a minute ago.
They're sharing.
So these are shared electrons.
Yeah.
So, okay, what are you attracted to?
The shared electron.
What are you attracted to?
The shared electron.
The same shared electrons. Everybody get this? So what's holding this molecule together
The shared electron.
is the nuclei's attraction for the shared electrons. Are we there?
Yeah, got it.
So, covalent bonding, the bond is the nuclei's, that's plural, nuclei, right? Because there's this nucleus and that one. The nuclei's attraction for these shared electrons? What is the mechanism for covalent bonding?
Sharing electrons.
Electron sharing.
Sharing is
What was the mechanism for ionic bonding?
Electron transfer.
What was the mechanism for covalent bonding?
sharing.
Are we there?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, thank you. Oh, by the way, this molecule is called hydrogen. Why? Go back, sorry. This molecule is called hydrogen.
Why?
What's here?
Hydrogen.
There you go. What's its formula?
HG
Subscript 2.
Not Hg. There's no G in
H
hydrogen.
subscript.
H subscript. Okay.
HG is mercury. You know what I meant. I got confused. That's what I meant.
Alright, I need 2 volunteers.
I wrote Bernardo.
Come on, Natalie
Where's the high
and
one?
Jenna.
It's so annoying. It's really annoying because this paper is
Stop, please.
half the line.
We have a question, Sydney.
Can any elements share electrons or only the same element?
We'll talk about that in a minute. You're jumping ahead. I don't want you to jump ahead yet. Just stay with me, okay? All right. How many valence electrons? 7 it is. Okay, we're throwing valence electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Double check. How many valence electrons? All right, Jenna. What noble gas do you want to look like?
Neon.
Neon. And what would you need to look like neon?
I need to add 1.
You need 1 more electron than you already have. What about you, Jenna?
Natalie.
You're Jenna. She's Natalie. Got it. Natalie. You also need 1 more. Can y'all figure out how to do this?
Yeah, I'm pretty confused.
Do I just like? Oh, we have to share.
Okay. Can you do that? How many do you need to share?
1.
1. Okay, so you stick 1 out,
Okay.
and you stick 1 out.
And then
Okay, it would be helpful if you would put these in this hand and this one in that one. Okay, and you gotta fan them out. Fan. Hold. Okay, are we there? All right. How many electrons are we sharing? 2. 2. 1 from each. How many unshared electrons does this fluorine have? 5. 5 or 6?
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many unshared electrons does this one have? 6. So do we need to share all of our electrons in order to share?
No.
Okay, what is the bond? What kind of a bond?
Covalent.
And it's because what is attracted to what?
Share. Oh, the nuclei is shared.
Nuclei.
The nuclei are attracted to the shared electrons. Very good. What is the name of this thing?
Fluoride.
Fluoride.
Did you gain an electron? No, you didn't. You shared 1. Did you gain an electron? Do you have, you have an extra electron? No. So it's not fluoride. This is fluorine, still called fluorine. And what's its formula? F sub 2. Okay, thanks, ladies. Take those back, take it on you. You'll put them right in here, please.
Oh no, no, you're here.
Now you'll notice I put a comma up here on the board. These are not, the H2 is not bonded to the F2. This is like a list, right? They're not bonded. Okay, I need 2 more volunteers.
Brendan.
Who else? Brendan. And who else? Anybody else? Okay,
I want Tristan.
come on.
Oh,
you
oh.
want Tristan?
Come here, come
All
here.
right, come on.
Actually, I said
Congratulations. You get a trophy.
I said, that's a spit back on the slot.
I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is.
All right, Tristan, how many valence electrons?
6.
How many valence electrons? 6, 4, 5, 6. All right, Tristan, what noble gas do you want to look like?
Neon.
Neon, so what are you going to have to do, Brendan?
Share.
Well, you got to have how many more? Somehow.
I need 2 more.
2 more, so can y'all figure it out?
Share.
That's 3.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Take that. No. There, now you take these. And
No. You're only going to stop. Stop. He's right. Okay. How many shared valence electrons? We're in second period.
I know. Do you have anything else?
Shared electrons. 4. How many unshared electrons over here?
4.
How many unshared electrons over here?
4.
What kind of a bond is this?
Covalent bond.
Covalent bond. What is the bond?
Sharing.
Nope.
covalent.
Oh, the nuclei are attracted to the shared electrons.
Nuclei is attracted to the shared electrons. All right. And what is the mechanism for this bond? And what is this called?
Oxygen.
And what's the formula? I need 3 people this time.
Brendan.
Monty, Aaron, John, and Kyle. That's 4. Monty, Aaron, John. John, carbon or oxygen?
Carbon.
What's the name of this?
Okay. John, everybody help him out because he doesn't have a periodic table. We haven't done this one yet. How many valence electrons for carbon?
4.
How many valence electrons for oxygen?
6.
How many valence electrons for the other oxygen? Okay, oxygens. You want to look like neon. How many more electrons are you going to need?
2.
Carbon, you want to look like neon. How many more electrons are you going to need?
4.
4. Figure it out.
And then put your hands together. Touch it.
No. There you go. There you go. All right, now hold these out so they turn around there. Hold these out so they can see. Okay. So those you're holding them. So tell them how many electrons are here. 4. How many electrons are here? 4. Okay. So Naughty, how many electrons is this oxygen touching?
8.
Everybody got that?
Yeah.
Which looks like which element?
Neon.
Neon. How many are you touching?
8.
Which looks like?
Neon.
All right. And how many are you touching?
8.
Which looks like? Okay, everybody get this?
CO2.
It's CO2. So what is this? Do y'all know CO2?
Carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide. Okay, all right.
Figured this out a while ago. How do you know which one goes in the
All right. I need 2 more volunteers.
Wait,
Yeah.
how do you know which one goes in
You know what?
In the formula, how do you know if it's a
It
carbon?
reads left to right, just like when we had shh. Good question. How do you know what it is? Which one comes first in the formula? When we had ionics, it was cation, anion. But if you look, that's left to right. Yes? And it's still going to be that way. So here's carbon and here's oxygen, and you're going to read it left to right. So what's the formula?
COD.
Yep, CO.
Wait, how do you know how to find the name?
Oh my god.
We're going to worry about that later. Like Monday. Okay, I need 2 more volunteers.
Hey, Sean.
Eshawn and Jake.
Hey, Sean.
Eshawn and Matthew.
I said Eshawn and Jake.
This will be the last one.
What's their name?
Actually, I can type it. We've not had nitrogen up here before, so I need you to look on your periodic table. How many valence electrons? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, 8.
And how many over here? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you want to look like which noble gas? Neon. And so you need to have a total of 8. Figure it out.
Just share.
But they don't even have electrons.
You need to get to 8.
It's basically.
5 plus 3.
Okay, hold up the ones that, okay, it would be helpful if you all right. Just because they can't see, because you got them all squished together and it's really hard to fan them all out. How many electrons are you holding? 6. So 3 shared from here and 3 shared from, there are 6 electrons here. Are y'all all buying that? Yes. Okay, so how many unbonded electrons? 2. How many unbonded electrons? 2. What kind of a bond?
Covalent.
Covalent. And what is a covalent bond?
Attraction of shared electrons.
Okay. And what is the mechanism for covalent bonding?
Electron sharing.
Electron sharing. What is the name of this thing?
Nitrogen.
Nitrogen, right? Because that's all we have here, right? It's just nitrogen. What is its formula? All right. Okay. And one last one. Take this back. 2 people quickly. We got time for one more. Sean and
Eric.
That's it.
She's not over.
It's too small.
Shut up.
Okay. Hello? We are not going to name this one, and I'll tell you about all that later. But right now, I just want to go, how many valence electrons does hydrogen have? Yeah, it's only got 1 electron, and it happens to, it's just everything for hydrogen. There you are. That's your whole life. All right. How many valence electrons for fluorine?
7. So they each share.
Okay, shh. Hydrogen. What noble gas do you want to be like?
Helium.
Helium. And what would you need to be like helium?
Gain. No, gain one.
You need 1 more. Okay. Fluorine. What element do you want to be like?
Neon.
And what do you need?
1 to gain.
Can y'all figure it out?
Both share 1. How do we do this?
Oh my god, come on guys. Really try that hard.
It's like paper.
All right. How many bonded electrons? How many unbonded electrons does hydrogen have? 0. How many bonded electrons does fluorine have?
6.
How many bonded electrons? 2. How many unbonded electrons? 6. Are we there?
Yes.
Okay, I don't want to talk about the name yet, but remembering that formulas read from left to right, what would the formula be? Look where hydrogen and fluorine. HF. Everybody got that?
Yes.
All right, we managed to get through it all today. Woo! Give yourself a hand. I want to make sure we get this on tape for everybody. What was your question?
So even though they were like
Two different elements, just like with carbon dioxide, it was covalent bond. What is the bond? No, it's a covalent bond, but what is the actual bond? The two nuclei are attracted to the shared electron. And what was the mechanism? Electron sharing. Okay, shh, stop. John, what question do you have?
What's the third type of bond?
We'll get to it Monday.
okay.
All right, there is a third type.